100 of anything is a lot. In fact, I was trying to think of a way to show you 100 of something, and all I could come up with are these drink sleeves that I have in my office. So here's 100 of those laid out on the counter to show you just how many 100 of something is. If you're just getting started with YouTube, or if you're YouTube curious but haven't made a move yet, you can skip over a lot of blunders because I've made them all, and you can learn what I've learned along the way. Let's start by taking a quick look at the dashboard for this channel that I'm talking about. Looking over the lifetime of the channel, we've got more than 500,000 views, we've assembled about 2,200 subscribers, and we're knocking on the door of 25,000 hours watched. So to put that number in perspective, the entire series of The Office is 74 hours. So the watch time on our channel is like 337 viewings of The Office all the way through. That's crazy. It's crazy. I just can't believe it. I made a few notes about what I've learned. Let's dive in. First up, I had to test a lot of ideas. I had to try news, reviews, commentaries, rumors, a lot of different things to see what was going to work. Second, I had to fight to stay consistent. I started this channel 36 weeks ago, which means I'm averaging 2.77 videos on this channel per week. Have I ever done anything for 36 weeks? But the benefit of that consistency is that now YouTube knows that I'm going to show up at least twice a week, and my audience knows I'm going to be there too. Third, I've had to stay on top of my analytics and really become a student of analytics in general. I say that because a lot of the answers that I was looking for in terms of who's watching and how do I get more subscribers and more views and ultimately more revenue, it's all right there in the analytics. Remember, creating videos for YouTube is all about delivering what people want. And what people want and what people will watch is all right there in the analytics. If you want to learn more about how to use analytics to craft better videos for your channel, just type the word analytics in the comments. Next up, and you'll hear me say this over and over and over again, titles and thumbnails, titles and thumbnails, titles and thumbnails. It took me way too long to figure out that stats like average view duration and average percentage watched don't mean anything. They mean nothing if nobody clicks on your video in the first place. Imagine you manage a bar and after a weekend the owner stops by and says, "Hey, so how long did people stay? How much money did they spend while they were here?" And you say, "Well, nobody came through the door." There's a lot of things that we can measure in a business that simply don't matter if nobody's coming through the door. I've learned to keep working on titles, keep working on thumbnails, because that's what gets people through the door. Okay, here's another thing that you hear all the time about YouTube that I haven't really understood until now, but now it's really starting to click and make sense. It's this: when something works, when something hits, double and triple down on it. In some cases, that means to turn right back around and make another video that's almost a carbon copy of the video that popped. But other times it means maybe you need to turn that video into a series or make another video that adds on to the video that popped. And still another lesson that I've had to learn the hard way is to keep raising the standard for myself in everything. Increase the pace of the videos, pack in more of what the viewers want, and show them what to do next. And maybe the most important lesson of all is this: don't get discouraged. Guys, there are days when I feel like there's absolutely nothing happening on this channel or any of the channels that I manage. But if I go back to the analytics and look at what's going on, I can see that stuff is actually happening on the channel, even if it doesn't feel like it. So what I've learned is, even on the days when it's not all sunshine and unicorns, it pays to sit down and grind out a video. Those are a few of the things that I've learned after publishing 100 videos on a channel that we launched last Thanksgiving. If you want more looks under the hood at our process for getting YouTube channels started and audiences built, I'm dropping a playlist on your screen right now that I hope will keep you entertained for quite a while. I'm Leighton Hart, and I'll see you again soon. Cow, mess. What a mess.